What's up, YouTube? SK Gaming here, welcoming you back to week 3 of the PMC, guys. This is our team builder video going up against the Volt Gate Zoroarks, coached by Dolphin. He's a great guy, guys. I'll leave his video in the battle, or his a link to his channel in the description of the battle video. But today, guys, I'm just gonna kind of go over my team for his for my battle against him, and just kind of explain some of the decisions I made. So starting off, we have our defensive wall Suicune. Holding the Chesto Berry, of course, per usual, with Scald, Ice Beam, Rest, and Tailwind. And this is going to counter. Oh, I actually did not run over through his team real quick. Let me do that real quick. He has Greninja, Raikou, Mandibuzz, Arcanine, Heracross, Metagross, Vaporeon, Dugtrio, Dusknoir, Vileplume, and Mega Aerodactyl. So big threats on his team are, of course, Greninja, Raikou. You know, obviously those are two big, especially offensive threats. His Arcanine, of course, is going to be an issue if it's bulky. Vaporeon, of course, is one of the best special defensive walls in the game. Dugtrio is really fast. It doesn't have, you know, it pretty much gets knocked out by one super effective hit, but it's fast as mess. And Vileplume, of course, can have some shenanigans. Suicune kind of walls a lot of his team. It walls the Arcanine, walls the Heracross, the Metagross, the Vaporeon, the Dugtrio, the Mega Aerodactyl. So pretty much that's what he's for. Ice Beam for the Mega Aerodactyl and the Vileplume if I can get him on the switch in, and the Mandibuzz. Scald for the Arcanine, the Dugtrio, and just pretty much anything just to try to snag a burn. Rest just to, of course, get up his health, and then Tailwind just try to, because speed is so important with that Raikou and Greninja there. You know, if he Scarfs Raikou, he outspeeds everything on my team. Greninja outspeeds most stuff on my team except for my Garchomp, which is Choice Scarf. So just Tailwind just to try to increase the speed of my team, especially with Mega Scizor, because Mega Scizor can actually put in a lot of work against his team this week, and I really need him to outspeed some stuff. So max HP, or 248 in HP, I'm sorry, per usual, and then max defense, bold with 8 special attack, so he does do some kind of damage. Next up, we have our Scarfer Garchomp. Now I have been choosing to Scarf Garchomp pretty much every week, and that's just because he's so good Scarf. Like, he outspeeds pretty much everything, and that's just something that I can't really pass up. So we have Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Rock Slide, and Stealth Rock. Now I know what you're thinking, why Stealth Rock if he's Scarf, Spencer? Well, that's because I need Stealth Rocks. I absolutely need it, because if Greninja is Focus Sashed and Dugtrio is Focus Sashed, that could be an issue. Because Greninja could die from an Earthquake from Garchomp. There's a chance for him to be one-shotted by an Earthquake, but if he's Focus Sashed, he absolutely destroys me with an Ice Beam. So, and looking at Dolphin's previous 2 battles, he has Focus Sashed Greninja and Dugtrio. So I need the Stealth Rocks to pop those Scarfs, and just to do chip damage, just because you know, it will wear down the Arcanine and the Mandibuzz and the Heracross and Aerodactyl. So it's just Stealth Rocks are important, and then Rock Slide, of course, just because it's Rock Slide and it hits a lot of mons, and Dragon Claw just because it's the only other, like, really there wasn't really anything else that I needed to bring per se. So Dragon Claw just did the most amount of damage. 252 in attack, 252 in speed, 4 in special defense, Adamant Nature, standard Scarf Garchomp, nothing really different. Next up, we have Mega Scizor with Bullet Punch, Knockoff, Bug Bite, and Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace for the Heracross, and sort of kind of the Vileplume, just because it bodies the Heracross. Bullet Punch does a lot, completely, or knocks out the Aerodactyl. Knockoff, of course, because it's Knockoff, Bug Bite, because it one hits Greninja if we can get him on the switch in. Because I do not believe we can live a Scald. I actually did not run calcs on that, so I don't believe we can live a Scald. I just really don't even want to try that, just because I don't want to risk a burn, just because that would suck. Burn Scizor would suck. So we have 248 in HP, 252 in attack, and 8 special defense with Adamant Nature. Typical Mega Scizor. That's what we've brought pretty much every week this season. And then we have Superior, our Life Orb user, just because Superior kind of bodies Greninja and Mandibuzz and Vaporeon and Dugtrio. So I decided to bring him this week with Leaf Storm, Giga Drain, HP Fire, and Glare, just to try to slow some stuff down, and then of course Leaf Storm and Giga Drain, because they're Leaf Storm and Giga Drain. 252 special attack, 252 in speed, of course, per usual. And then timid just because we are holding the life orb, so maybe we can outspeed some stuff if we're timid while we're putting on some extra damage with the life orb. Next we have our special defensive wall, the Electros holding the assault vest with flamethrower, Giga Drain, Thunderbolt, knockoff. Now this actually checks most of his team. Nothing on his team can really do any kind of damage to this Electros other than his physical threats, and even then they really like can't touch him. None of them are more than about 30%. And flamethrower bodies the Heracross and the Vileplume. Giga Drain destroys Greninja. Dugtrio. Thunderbolt destroys Greninja. Thunderbolt destroys Vaporeon. Thunderbolt destroys Mega Aerodactyl. And it actually does like 30 to 40% on pretty much everything that's not defensive. And then knockoff just because knockoff is knockoff. And then 248 in HP, 252 in special attack, 8 in attack. With a quiet nature, just because he's not outspeeding anything to begin with, so why not just not sacrifice, you know, any kind of defense or any kind of attack with the nature. And then our last mon is our choice specs holding Chandelure with the Flash Fire ability, just because if he is Flash Fire, he completely walls Arcanine, because Arcanine does not get any kind of physical attack that can hit him other than Wild Charge, which would be stupid. So maybe we can get a Flash Fire boost with him going for a Flare Blitz or something. We have Energy Ball on there for the Vaporeon and the Dugtrio. We will not outspeed the Dugtrio, and Energy Ball is not one hit the Vaporeon, but if we can get them on switch ins, that would be great. Flamethrower for the Vileplume and the Heracross and the Metagross, and just anything I can get a Flamethrower with because it does about 60% to most of his team, because it's choice specs and Chandelure with base 145 special attack coming through. Shadow Ball just to hit pretty much everything, and then Trick just because I really couldn't figure out a fourth move to put in there. I don't know if that's going to come back to haunt me or not, but I figured if I can switch, you know, if I can trick, if he brings like a defensive Metagross or something, I can maybe trick him into getting a choice specs Metagross, which would be cool, and I got lefties or something, and like, yeah, I wouldn't be putting on as much damage, but his Metagross would be completely useless now because he'd be choice specs into something, and that would just completely ruin his day, and Chandelure would still be doing a decent amount of damage. So yeah guys, that is going to be my team for the battle against Dolphin. Now this video will go up tonight, Saturday, and the video will be up on, or the battle video will be up on Sunday, tomorrow. So go ahead and check that out. And I do want to thank you guys for checking out the video and encourage you guys to check out the channel if you haven't already, because there's a ton of cool stuff over there. But I'm going to get out of here guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the battle.